Welcome back to part 3 of our Bowazon Let's Play. So, let's jump in and continue on. In the last video, finished off Act 1, and now our task is to find some socketed stuff. I'm basically looking for a 2-socket chest piece, a breastplate specifically. So the breastplate doesn't have a penalty to your run-walk speed.
Good day.
But if you get something like this, it's a heavier. These two are heavier armors, and this as well. So like, I think this is a medium. So you got light armor, you got medium armor, and you got heavy armor. See, that's not changed. Okay, we're gonna have to just run in and out of town. Not use the waypoint, which is fine. So yeah, light armor is ideal just because you don't want to drain your stamina. Like, it's really noticeable having something that's not a light armor. May as well also look for a 2-socket. Two-socket helm. A 2-socket helm, 2-socket breastplate, a 3-socket scythe. All items on our shopping list. We got probably 10% faster run walk if she sells that. I doubt it. With your socket stuff, you're looking for just the grey items. You're not looking for blue items, because blue items cannot do rune words, and the armor we're looking for is for a rune word. However, like for this Tau, you can, because it's not a rune word, you can just use a blue item. 23 magic find. Perfect. I'm really happy with that. So this is something I could use, but 44 strength requirement's too high, and it's too heavy. It's gonna just drain all of our stamina. Yeah, in the last video, there was a half freeze duration gloves, and I was like, oh no, I'll find something better. That's so much better. So much happier with that.
It is an honor to serve.
So I'm glad I held out. Okay. Ideally, you don't get superior, because you don't have to pay money for your repairs. But to save some time, I'll just get it. We're also very flush with cash, and it's definitely grey. It's not blue. So let's go Tal F. There's our stealth. 25 faster run walk is godly for this character. Run walk is like really important for this type of character. 6 to dex, fantastic. Faster cast rate, we're not using that. It's going to make our casting town portal quicker, but other than that, nothing. Faster hit recovery is great, but because we've got so much health, 314 is massive. There's not going to be many things that puts us into hit recovery. Maybe Duriel, but he's not going to hit us. So look, having better, faster hit recovery frames is always good, but we're not going to be put into hit recovery that often anyway, so it's okay. Maximum stamina, poison res, nice magic damage reduced. So this is just such a godly armor, and you've seen me finish the game like all the way through hell just using this. On this character though, it will only last us through normal, and then we'll replace it in nightmare. What's he got? It's like freaking identical. Life instead of enhanced. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Did she have scythe? No, scythe. That's enough shopping, I think. Let's just make our mercenaries rune word in what he's got. See attack speed on the scythe. Actually, let's check one more. We've got the faster run walk now, so shopping's a little quicker. We're also running pretty good magic for 61 magic finds, quite a lot.
Hello.
For this part of the game. Frost Nova, yeah, mercenaries are already using that. Okay, we want that, definitely. So make sure if you find a 3-socket one, pick it up and just stash it until Nightmare. Let's just toss that because it's junk. Let's check one more. Pretty sure Scythe is either fast or normal. Normal attack speed, okay. And this is fast. Yeah, let's just go with the fast. 2-socket helm. Okay, so we got our Nightmare runewords saved up. Oh, our bases. Okay. If LF, that's what we're making. If rune. L rune, which is surprisingly difficult to find off Countess. If LF. And F rune. Right, Malice. So on Malice you've got 33% enhanced damage. Isn't that much for normal. So it's not doing that much. Plus 9 to max damage is nice. Minus 25% target defense. So every hit you do on them, it just decreases the defense by a little bit, which makes it easier to hit them. So it does stack up. I think that's how it works actually. 50 to attack rating is a lot. We don't really care about that big for our mercenary because he already has a really good hit chance. And he's got Blessed Aim. But this will compound with Blessed Aim, so he's never going to miss. 100% chance of open wounds. And that's why you use this weapon for normal. So open wounds is a bleed. It's kind of like poison. And if you pay attention, so I'll try and point it out when he gets a bleed on something. And it lasts like quite a long time. I think the bleed lasts like 20 seconds or something like that. So it's just another dot. And it stacks with poison, so you can poison them and also bleed them. It's also got Prevent Monster Heal. Prevent Monster Heal doesn't work on everything, and it might not work on what your mercenary hits. If you've got Prevent Monster Heal, it works, but on your mercenary, I don't think it activates. So, but it's irrelevant because the weapon has open wounds. So, when you've got open wounds or poison, you're not healing. So, anyway, it's got minus 100 defense per hit, so that's the one that stacks. So, I've got 101 defense now, and it'll basically after one hit, it will get me to 3, then another hit will get me to 0. That's how that works. And then you've got Drain Life minus 5. So it actually does. So if I were to equip this, it will reduce my health by a little bit over time. But it's so little that you don't even notice it. Anyway,
put that to good use.
It's a good weapon for him. We should keep an eye out for a better armor for him, because what he has is terrible. I could make him another stealth, because I do have another Tal Eth rune. But I need all of my Tal runes. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. And let's just check Elzic's. See if he's got an armor. He might have 10% Nova on hit. He's got it on the belt. Oh, it's Frost Nova. Gold find, okay. Yep, our mercenary's just using that junk armor. Okay, let's begin. We should go through. What players count are we on? We're on players 5. So it's actually in here. It's everything is fire resist. So let's just go players 3. So that we should still be. Yeah. That's respectable damage for now. Right, it's up. Stairs is probably the other direction. Just how good is that extra run walk? Oh no, the stairs aren't this direction. Wow. Like 9 times out of 10, the stairs are just going to be either there or here. And this is the 1 out of 10 times that it's down over there. Oh well, not the end of the world.
Not enough mana.
What's less game? So we're so high level that we've got 95% chance to hit. So that's the one bonus of us taking that time to level in Act 1. Oh, there's an L rune. Because we're playing on players 3 and we do AoE damage and take out quite a bit, you'll start to see those runes. But, like, getting an L rune from counters is really rare. Well, not really rare, but it's rare enough. And now you get a 3-socket one. If I had that, I probably would have made it into that instead. But anyway, he'll use what he's got. I do have another Ethel left to make that into a Malice. But I think I need them. Yeah. So as I was saying in the previous video, I don't care for tubing them up. So I'm just gonna either use it or I'm gonna sell it. And it's not even worth much money. It's like 400 gold or something. It's not that much anymore. Get some arrows. That was like 30 arrows in that. So another good use for an L rune is the Steel rune word, which is tier L, and that's really good on a scimitar. So get yourself a 2-socket scimitar and then make Steel, tier L, and then because that has open wounds as well. It's not 100% like Malice, but it's got super fast attack speed on the scimitar, so you're going around bleeding everything. Problem is just that those L runes are just too rare for early in the game. Like, they become abundant later on when you pump up the players count, and yeah, you just don't seem to get them early on. 1 to 6 lightning damage. So that 1 to 6 lightning damage isn't going to add to any of our explosion damage for either cold or for cold or fire. But it is going to increase our just standard attack damage, and it does add a little damage, 1 to 6 of it to be precise. And it's only 1 slot for charm, so I'm happy to keep it. I don't know if it will last me the whole game. It probably will,
Not enough mana.
because I tend to like more charms than less. Yeah, you can see the blood gushing out of him. Yeah, that's the
I am overburdened.
that's
Atma
the
has been avenged.
there's an armor thing. God, that's horrible. Well, oh, okay. I should have paid attention to his health. That one. Get Atma's reward, which just reduces vendor prices. Okay, we've got the skill now, so we'll put that into a void.
Greetings.
And let's put that on him.
I'll put that to good use.
It's got no resist, and I prefer resist. And it's also a medium armor, so it's going to slow him down a little. His run speed is like reduced by a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. Let's stash that for the moment. Let's sell this. Stash these. Now that our potions are discounted because we finished the first quest, we'll stockpile. Wait, we don't need to go in that stash. We'll put it into this one. Actually, you're probably better off in the other one in case you die. But we shouldn't be dying with this character that often. Got some those weapons. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Malice on a flail on like a barbarian is a good choice, or a paladin. So that's an option to do as well. Or a druid that is not a caster, like a shape-shifting druid. So the next upgrade is at level 21. 21. But we need the cube first, and that's what we're getting. You have a chance to dodge enemy missiles when attacking or standing still. Again, this is evade, is when you're running. You have a chance to dodge melee or missile attacks while walking or running. Well, that's pretty decent for archers. Just one point in them's enough. There is a pretty big diminishing return on them, so, and you don't really need to stack it. I did end up unplug you before D2R launched. I did end up doing a passive and magic only Amazon. It basically ends up just being a Valkyrie run. But yeah, you do use Inner Sight and Slow Missile. Just because you've got nothing else to do. and points into these actually do buff up the Valkyrie, so you become pretty tanky. Like, all you do is just auto attacks. So it's completely viable to finish the game with. And what's very sad is it was like far superior to a martial arts assassin. Martial arts assassin in Order of Destruction was one of the worst builds in the game. Like you get through normal and nightmare with it, no worries. And then hell is just the worst ever. And then D2R, they made her from the worst build
I can't carry
to
anymore.
the best build. So it's like the biggest glob
I
in
can't
history.
carry anymore.
Does she deserve it? I reckon so. I haven't actually made a mosaic assassin. I do have the runes to make it, so I could try it out. Problem with the belt is I don't want to lose my slots. Actually, we need our Roger Cube, so we'll come back to that. I think it's also got what, 40 cold res, or yeah, 40 cold resistance. Extremely good for Duriel, and that's about it. Let's go and find the final Oasis waypoint instead. These beetles give a good chunk of experience. This boss pack as well should be good.
Not enough mana.
Actually, we can pump the players count. Let's go players 5. Now, I did do a an Amazon run, like a Bowazon run, and I ended up finding Lysander's aim, which is like,
I need mana.
it's like finding Titans on a Javazon run, or finding an Oki on a Sorceress run, or finding an Ariats on a
I can't
Barbarian.
carry anymore.
Actually, I think it's different because Barbarians really need a weapon, so it's probably better than finding a Ariats. The thing though was Lysander's aim has like a massive refinement of stats. As you can see, we've got nothing in Dex and nothing in Strength. Come on. Let's Beetle Burst. Super unique. Drops 2 items. Ah, and of course the Experience Shrine was right there, so we could capitalize on the boss pack, but nope.
I can't carry anymore.
So yeah, Lysander's aim is a decently strong bow. But it's hard to compete with Runewoods. Another Elrune. That's because we're playing on Plays 5. Act 2 is fantastic for Elrune. So is Act 3. Yeah, on a high play count, you should get them. Hey, there's another one.
Overburdened. I am overburdened.
What the hell's going on? I don't need that many. Like, they're actually quite useless at this point now.
I can't.
That's so funny though. Told you, just pump up the players count and then see them drop.
Greetings.
How may I help you?
Oh, fire res. I will be keeping that. And the life as well. It's good. I'll pop it in there. Actually, the Arctic set is a it is actually meant for this build. So we won't find any of the other items. Well, the armor now is a TC3, so it's like not going to drop. It only drops in Act 1 pretty much. And very unlikely to drop it anywhere else in the game. The bow, yeah, the bow could drop. The gloves could drop. The bow is like extremely weak. So, and we're almost at 21. 21. So, if we did find it, it would be zero use to us. I think maybe the gloves. Gloves with the belt might have some
Not enough mana.
increased attack speed. So maybe the two-piece could work. Like that belt, you could upgrade it. What is it, like a towel rune? Towel am and then perfect diamond. So it's not possible. It's, you can do it in Nightmare. Nope, that's awful. And this is why
I need mana.
you need a really strong character to find those endgame runes. Because as you see on Players 1, you get like nothing. And then on Players 5, they're just dropping everywhere. Alrighty, so perfect time for our Zephyr. In the first video I was saying that I mistakenly thought, oh yeah, we were like in Act 3 to use it. We're still at the start of Act 1. This is the start of Act 2. So we're gonna have a pretty strong bow this early in the game.
I need mana.
Zephyr is a very underrated weapon, in my opinion. I guess we could also look for bases as well. So the Amazon has her own special
Not enough mana.
bows that could come with +1 to bow skills, +2 to bow skills, and that's where our damage is coming from. So those weapons are actually a decent bump in damage. The one downside is the attack speed is gonna be a little slower.
I can't carry anymore.
But it more than makes up for it. It's plus to damage.
Mana.
So if we can find one that's got like +2 to crossbow and bow skills, then yeah, we'd be happy with that. And the ideal scenario is finding a 4-socket one
I can't carry
in
anymore.
early Nightmare and making an insight.
I need mana.
And like, you can use any, it doesn't have to have good base damage on it.
I can't carry anymore.
And that super unique dude died in like instantly. I didn't even realize I killed him. It's super strong,
You.
also quite over leveled. Okay, let's make our bow. Let's get our awesome superior bow. Get rid of that, and then let's make towel. There's a rowel, and then there's a towel, and then there's a towel, and then there's a towel. There's a rowel, so now we've got 3 rowels. Now we've got an ort. Now we've got, let's just check 2-socket. Ort, and then F. So let's look at this weapon. +7% to cast a level 1 twister when struck. So that is just a little bit of defense. So if something hits you, you chuck out the druid's twister and it could stun them for a little moment. So it's a little bit of defense. Nice. 25% faster run walk. Look how fast we run. 50% faster run walk. So we're happy with that. That's very important for this type of build. Okay, 33% enhanced damage, 33% of nothing is nothing, so we don't care about that. 1 to max damage was on the superior weapon, so yay. Minus 25% target defense, so that's going to be good because it's going to let us hit them a lot easier. Plus with the blessed aim would be good. Plus 67 attack rating. This also had +1 from being superior, so what does it come with? Plus 66. 1 to 50 lightning damage, so it gives us a little boost to our standard attacks. It's definitely not the same as 226 poison damage, and it's got 25 defense, which I don't care anything about. So the two things that make this bow good: 25% faster run walk, 25% increased attack speed. Oh, and the third thing, I guess, minus 25% target defense, and the attack rating. So they're all little extra nice to have. But the two main things: faster run walk and the increased attack speed. Actually, a tier rune would be good in a helm, like 2 tier runes in a helm, and then you chuck out your. Yeah, that. Do you know what? Since we're pumping a lot of MF on that, I reckon we do that. Let's give that a go. Where are you? We'll put it on my head already. Okay, tier. So 4 mana per kill, and our fire explosion arrow is 6.7 mana. So if we do a shot that kills 4 people, we're gonna get, 16 mana back, and it cost us 6.7. That's if we kill in one shot. So that should give us quite a bit of mana sustain. So that we have all of these chip gems. They will come into use later on. For now, we don't need them. Yeah. So yeah, the other alternative is you go with a triple row bow. So okay, we've already done that. Let's go to the Fire Oasis. Oh, look how good this running is. And just more vitality. We're so tanky. Oh, how good's that? Those are just standard auto attacks. Just add some pierce and then, we're laughing. Alright, this is players 5, so the mana sustain will be not as good as it was on players 1, but it's still doing its job.
I need mana.
It's doing alright, I guess. I'm just talking purely on the mana sustain. In terms of damage, this is players 5 and we're just destroying everything. Let's go. Yeah, mercenaries just like, what the hell's going on? What are you hiring me for?
I need mana.
So, in terms of like playing normal and using this build, oh, come on, Nature Ring. 23 Nature Ring. It's not perfect, but
I am overburdened.
freaking awesome. What is roll for attack rating? 75. I think that's a perfect attack rating. I have to check that.
I need mana.
And so this is why you run MF. We did swap our helm out, but we still had decent MF. And that's because you end up finding these things.
Thanks.
I am overburdened.
You don't need a lot.
I
20
can't carry
is good.
anymore.
40 is better. 60 is even better. And that's great. Right, what did the website say? Okay. 50 to 75 attack rating. So it rolled perfect on attack rating. And then 15 to 30% is the magic find on it. So perfect on attack rating. And then 7 off on the MF. I don't know if I've ever found something that was 75-30. Because that range, like it's like I've found like 50 to maybe 100 Nature Rings. And just because of that range
I
being
am
so many, it's
overburdened.
quite the odds of finding a fully perfect one are very slim. It's hard enough even just finding one with 30 MF on it, let alone attack rating. So what's the attack rating give us? Yeah, look at that. Massive boost. So okay, this character does suffer with one huge issue. Yeah, and there's just no way around it. And unfortunately, it's resistance. So this character really needs to have as many charms as possible with as much resistance as possible, because we can't use a shield, and that's where a majority of resistance comes from on most builds that we play. So having a Nature Ring is fantastic, but because it doesn't provide any resistance on a character that is very limited with resistance, it does really make it challenging to decide if it's going to hold that slot for the game. So we might not find another ring, but we're going to get a few rare rings from quest rewards. Penetrate. Also attack rating. Oh, I have 3 skills. Jesus, I'm just leveling so fast I'm forgetting to put skills in. Yep, penetrate as well.
I am overburdened.
So
I need mana.
come Nightmare. Oh no, actually, yeah, come Nightmare, where you've got yourself a Valkyrie. Might be going for a Act 1 Merc again, and she'll just get our hand-me-downs. So the Blessed Aim is definitely not a long-term thing, it's just for normal. And it's just a nice to have.
I can't carry anymore.
Because most of our damage is explosion damage.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
You're always overburdened.
I can't carry anymore.
So because you're overburdened. Yeah. I did actually totally forget how awful resistances are. Like, so in Diablo 2, resistances are pretty much one of the main things you need for every build. Especially fire and lightning. That's like pretty much mandatory. And I've got a feeling that we're going to be going through hell with negative resistance. That's how bad it is.
I am overburdened.
The only way to really avoid that is with a smoke or treachery. Treachery is good as well. However, there is another method, and it's probably what we're going to end up using, and that is just freezing everything and killing everything before they even have a chance to hit us. So we end up being this kind of glass cannon. We're a tanky glass cannon because we have massive life pool, unlike the sorcerers, and we have all of these dodge, evade, avoid, and stuff. So,
I can't carry anymore.
in Hell, the main thing we need to watch out for is just spellcasters, or like
I can't
fire
carry
enchanted
anymore.
or lightning enchanted. They're gonna really hurt. But that's 2 ages away.
I can't carry anymore.
So for now, we just
I am
enjoy
overburdened.
ourselves destroying absolutely everything. And just doing a tour of every single map that we're exploring for some
I
reason.
can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
What do you
I
reckon?
am overburdened.
You reckon this damage is better than using a Bowazon for normal? Because it's completely viable. 2 to 3 fired. It's too big. Or normal, I'll keep it, but
I am overburdened.
I'll get rid of it later. One to Dex, poison, resist 6. Okay, that's good.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Now the last video I had like 10 minutes of
I
muted
am
mic.
overburdened.
And I thought it was because I need to double click when I select it, but I don't have to double click, it's a single click, so I don't know how it muted. Maybe I double clicked by accident and turned it off and then turned it back on. Anyway. I forgot I had my stash.
I
My
am
cube.
overburdened.
Alrighty.
Thus,
I'm forgetting that this is still
Blessings to you.
Players 5. Like I'm running through like this is Players 1 and I'm running with some cheats or something, but this is Players 5. Actually, I'll keep the next jewel I find. Yeah, put them in there, deal with them later. So yeah, you kind of want plus to damage, but also need resist. The problem with smoke, like the 50 all res that it's got, is great, but the run speed, like running with the smoke on, just feels like slow motion.
I need a key.
And you've also got to find the lum rune.
It's locked.
But this character can take on all areas of the game, so Countess farming is possible in Hell.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, so let me know if you're trying this and you're like, okay, well this is my new standard way of getting through normal instead of using javelins, just using the bow. And this build that I'm doing is like overkill. We do not need to farm counters. Like just a standard hunter's bow with nothing in it is more than enough. I'm just getting this because I'm trying to showcase the capabilities, and also for newer players who haven't played, doing this kind of stuff really does make your life a lot easier. So for the newer players out there, this is what they should be doing. It's the experienced players that won't bother with half the stuff that I'm doing. That's not really the target audience. So if you are the experienced player and you think what I'm doing is a bit too slow, that's fair. But remember that Diablo is still getting new players, even now, which is quite amazing.
I need a key.
But that could be because Diablo 4 is still a thing. People will play Diablo 4 and be like, oh, you know, that was okay. And someone told me to play Diablo 2 because that was, you know, better than Diablo 4. And I enjoyed Diablo 4, so let's see what Diablo 2 is. And then those lucky people get to experience this game for the first time ever. And they're like, what is this game? This is like so different to Diablo 4. And then they find and fall in love with it like the rest of us who've been playing for 20 years. There are some stuff in this game that are outdated, like stamina. It's just it's really just a way to slow down the game at the start, because later on it becomes just pointless. You never even monitor your stamina later in the game, unless you get your stamina zapped by
I hope I know what I'm doing.
those insect things. So those throwing knives are ethereal, so they're worth a whopping 1 gold. So we're not going to pick them up. Now all we need to find is some boots with like 20% faster run walk. And then 2 grand charms with some faster run walk. Actually, at this point in the game, that armor's going to sell for some good money, so let's carry that. Hey, where's my weapon rack? So, I'm pretty sure that coming through here as a pure ice maiden in hell is like one of the hardest places. But because we're going fire, we don't have that problem.
I am overburdened.
I wonder what would be the best way to run this build. Like, do I put my points into there, so I've got it, and then I switch over to freezing arrow straight away, and then that becomes our main source. And there's also the Valkyrie. So the reason I'm going for 1 point in Valkyrie just because of the Peace Runeward we're going to make in Hell, in Nightmare. I mean,
I am overburdened.
Peace Runeward adds +2 to Amazon skills. And +2 to skills on a character that cares about skills is huge. This is still players 5. That's crazy. We're already 23. What the hell is this map? What the? Oh, you're joking. Oh,
Thanks.
okay. Oh. We run back. Yeah. So yeah, so the Peace Runeward, it has a chance on striking to cast like, what is that? Is that level 12 Valkyrie or something? So just because we attack so fast, we summon out a Valkyrie. So we're only putting 1 point into it. And we will have a Law Helm, and we'll have a Law Helm, and we'll have our Peace, so that's +3 to skills. So our Valkyrie will be level 4 as standard.
How may I help you?
But our Peace, when we proc it, will give us a much better one. Well, I don't need that anymore. The charge bolt one's bloody useless. I do like that. Like it's a massive jump in mana. But I think I like Magic Find more. If I was you, I'd probably go with the 2 decks, 20 mana. But because I'm me, I'm going with the Magic Find. Ah, 6 resist is like nothing. Let's get rid of it. Oh, bloody hell, we're getting some decent charms this game. 1 to 2 cold damage, 5 cold res. We've got like another one like that. 1 to 2 cold damage, lightning res. Like just having a 1 to 2 cold damage charm on a physical build is great. We found 2 of them, and they also give us res. So we're in a good place with those. Okay. What? We have to talk to Drognan. Like, do you have any items for us? That's pretty good. And you've got the dilemma. Do you get a good set of gloves that give you some good survivability, or do you keep your Magic Find gloves? Considering we're destroying everything on players 5 at the moment, we'll stay with what we've got. Give me some faster run walk boots.
Greetings.
We don't even have any boots.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. This is just hilarious. This is just one shot, players 5. Just boom. Boom. Okay, there's another weakness that... So there's 2 weaknesses that this character faces.
I am overburdened. I can't carry
And
anymore.
one was the resistance that I talked about earlier. And the other one is they can't be frozen. I'm pretty sure I touched on that on the first video. So normally the default for leveling through the game
I
is a
can't
Bowazon
carry
because you
anymore.
can make a rhyme rune word. But we don't really have that option to us because unfortunately we can't use a shield and a bow at the same time. So in getting carpet frozen is tricky.
Not enough
There are a few strategies for it.
mana. I am overburdened.
You can farm
Not enough
normal
mana.
or nightmare and Duriel. You can farm nightmare
Not
Mephisto.
enough mana.
So nightmare Mephisto has a couple options, but the problem with that is you lose your peace runewood like for armor because you're looking for what is it, the spirit shroud, like that the exceptional what Jesus, quilted armor, the exceptional quilted armor.
I need mana.
Well, I can't remember what the exceptional quilted armor is. So, or you can go for Duriel Shell, both available in Nightmare Mephisto.
Am I the first to find this arcane fortress?
Left is the way. Yeah, I bloody hate these
I can't
guys.
carry anymore.
Kill everything so fast.
I can't carry anymore.
Take that.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Oh my god. I'm not sure which one will sell more. With the Bardiche, I want that. Split man. Could probably fit them both to be honest. I don't know why I wouldn't be honest, I'm always honest. Oh, that's a lie. So I didn't intentionally be dishonest. So yeah, getting back on the topic.
I can't carry anymore.
You got Hearth that is available to be made in Nightmare. Hearth requires a 3-socket helm. Unfortunately, a 3-socket helm has become quite difficult for me to find in recent games. But the runes to make it are completely accessible in Nightmare.
Not enough mana.
So another strategy
I can't carry anymore.
that you could go for is 12 faster hit recovery is actually decent. I'll take you back.
I can't carry anymore. I need a key.
Greetings.
Greetings. Guys, bloody clingy. Stage 5 clinger.
Greetings.
Greetings. Why don't you have faster run walk?
Hello.
Hello. Probably need some arrows, don't we? Yeah, so the other strategy,
Am I the first to find this arcane
you're looking
fortress?
for, I think the cows is a good option, and might be my favorite, because the cows is like technically Act 1, so well, the cows is Act 1, and that means you can find TC3 items there. So they're looking for Death Sash, and the Cow King has a good chance of dropping Death Sash. That's a solid choice. And a Death Sash and Death's Gloves would be like perfection. Increase attack speed, resist all, can't be frozen. Like, that's what you want. So that's what we're looking for. So yeah, we're just one of the weaknesses we're just not going to be able to deal with, like the resistance. To deal with the resistance, you need to have like a torch and an Annie, and have some good gear. And we're not getting a torch and an Annie. So you just have to run through the game and not get hit, pretty much.
Good riddance, freak.
Seekers.
The missing symbol is the one that we have to go to. And the missing symbol
I am
is the
overburdened.
circle with the U under it.
I am overburdened.
I don't always remember. Like I can't always figure out which one it is. So you can see, yeah, no. Oh, this one here is what it should be. Yep, I am correct. Actually, if you listen to the tome, it tells you.
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha will find it through the portal. But know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my arcane sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing...
See? So those that are shown are the 6 false tombs.
I can't carry anymore.
I can't remember where it is.
Anymore.
I'm just having a mind blank at the moment. It's either left or up. It's silly because it's only those two. Okay, it's up then.
I can't carry anymore.
We have a Valkyrie. And we'll have a mercenary. So
I am overburdened.
avoiding hits is actually a possibility. I think it's the next one across. Let's go evade. Here we are. I said I was going to keep this jewel. And that's for crafting a blood gloves. So what is crafting and what are blood gloves?
I am overburdened.
I'm overburdened.
I can't carry anymore.
Crafting is basically just making yourself a rare item that's going to have specific prefixes or specific affixes that will roll on. Blood gloves, you'll need to have like heavy gloves, and it's exceptional or elite versions. And then you'll need to have purple ruby, and then probably an Amrune, I would imagine. I feel like Amrune is in like
I can't carry anymore.
everything. And maybe a Tau rune.
I need mana.
So I can't remember off the top of my head, so I'll have to search the recipe. But yeah, the reason we want to make the blood gloves is because of Crushing Blow. And Crushing Blow just deals us percentage of damage. So I think on a standard monster it deals 25% of their health, like 25% of their remaining health. So if the monster has 100 health, then the first hit will do 25 damage, and then the next hit will do 25% of 75 health. And I can't do that math off the top of my head. So the first hit will do like 25 damage, and then the next Crushing Blow hit will do like, I don't know, 16 or something. Around that.
I can't carry anymore.
On bosses it does half of that, so 12.5%. So if the boss has 100 life, it's going to do 12.5 damage. But bosses typically have like 1,000 life, so it's doing 125 damage. Like, I'm just saying, just random numbers. It's not exactly how much life things have, but you get the idea. And so then for bows, 20 decent. That's terrible. Oh my god, why do I have no space on there? Well, I don't need that. And give me that. What, just rings are dropping everywhere. It's all dropping so many items just because it's players 5. We're already level 24. It's actually insane. I had 10 stats. So yeah. The yeah, range attacks have half of that as well. So on a normal monster, by default we're doing 12. I kind of want to keep that for a little bit. So many chip gems. Unreal. And that's just because we're on players 5 and demolishing everything. So we'll keep a jewel. I don't care for poison res. Let's get rid of it. Let's not hold on to everything. Get some potions. Yeah, so Crushing Blow, standard melee hit, 25%, and then on boss, 12.5%, and then I've already done this. So, and then range is just half of that as well. So, yeah, do you know what? Like, I know that exists and it kind of makes sense, but just thinking about it right now, like, it's not really fair. Like, the bow, yeah, we are a little bit further back, but we don't do that much damage, so why do you like nerf us that much? Like, I'm talking about a physical bow build, not a caster bow, like a fire ice build. So there is a level. There's a experience restriction in this game just for normal. Well, it does count for every zone and every level you are and stuff. Let's get into the fine details. But the main thing that you need to know is if you go into Act 5 below level 25, you're not going to get any experience. Like, you get 5% of experience. So say something's supposed to give you 1,000 experience, you're only going to get 50 instead. So it's pretty much nothing. So to avoid this, you go into Act 5 at level 25 or higher. And we're 24, getting close to 24 and a half, and we're still inactive. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have a problem getting to 25 before Act 5. And I think this is pretty much how Blizzard intended you to level and go through the game. I don't think they intended you to skip all the areas. Like, just think of Bloodraven and the 2 crypts next to her, and how every zone has like a cave or something, and most of them aren't required at all. We just skip them all the time. So we have been like skipping so much of the content, and that's why we end up being so low compared to what Blizzard intended, or how they
I am overburdened.
why am I forgetting the word? When you buff something, or when you... Oh god, why am I keep doing this? Are you kidding me? Jesus, oh my god, I can't remember
I
what
can't
the bloody
carry
word is.
anymore. I am overburdened.
Balance, Jesus. So yeah, that's how they balance the game.
I can't carry anymore.
Go through all the areas.
Not enough mana.
Right.
I am overburdened.
So this section here, we didn't need to do it on Duriel because we just bashed her in the face and she died in a second. But for Duriel, because he hits like a truck, that was expensive because of that, I think. Anyway, oh no, it's probably expensive because of that. Yeah, that's annoying.
There's nothing the right portion
Yeah,
can't
so
cure.
for Duriel, just drink some of these, and you'll be fine. Our cold resistance at 61. If you want, you can use this belt too. Now we're at 85, and let's sell these and buy these, and we're just going to let what's his face die. You could give him some as well, but whatever. Oh, do you know what? This is players 5. That's silly of me. There's no point doing Duriel on a high player count because he just drops you town portals. He's literally a meme. Like, he's not a boss you want to farm.
I need mana.
Just hit him once, run. Just hit him once and run. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to drop a town portal and get some healing potions. Those cold charms that are holding, chilling him, very useful right now. Yeah, town portal. Thanks for that, mate. Breastplate. Could be an upgrade for our mercenary. It is, but minor. This breastplate, eyes and hearts, or whatever, it's just awful. Awful. There's a lot of defense, magic damage. Yeah, I think just the 6 fire res is just better. We can take it for some gold. Guess we can take this as well for some gold. Don't care about the bow, it's not going to have anything compared to what we're using.
Greetings. I thank you.
So that's Act 2.
This is not good.
Dunskies.
Will this
Make
madness
sure you
ever
like,
end?
subscribe if you are enjoying this content. Let me know if you want. Oh. Alright, I'll sacrifice 1 for 9 res. Let me know what build you like. If there's like a specific walkthrough that you're after. Damn it. I wasn't supposed to sell that here. Oh well. Let's change our belt back. We'll keep the next act for players 5 as well. Yeah, if you have we'll get potions in the next act. But we can res our dude here.
Good morning.
Yeah, if you want like a barbarian or a druid or something. I know necromancers are common, happy. It's like a beginner one that a lot of people take through the game with. I've got an uncommentary run, but if you wanted one with commentary, let me know.
Greetings, Jared. My ship is your ship.
Alright,
Good
Act
day.
2 done. Alright, I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.